There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all.
Hey guys, Beast Force here, and welcome back to the Phineas and Ferb breakdown review. I've done a lot of episodes, but the reason why I stopped uploading that much because of illness, so that I need to take a break, and I did, to recover, and I feel a bit better, and hopefully I can continue to do more breakdowns. We are going to do more Phineas and Ferb episodes, but this time we're going to do about 6 11-minute episodes. And we're going to see where the adventures of Phineas and Ferb are heading to. Not just that, hopefully more lore, more busting, more adventures, more naters. And it's going to be fun, and I'm really enjoying it so far. And it's been pretty good, but it's early days, but let's see how far it can go. I forgot that Doofusmertz's Bandit Nator is a plan to destroy it, and I forgot to put in the counter, so the Nator becomes 8 now. So let's move on to that. First episode that we're going to review today is Runway Runway, written by Martin Olson and Bobby Gallo. Phineas and Ferb join Gaston Mold's runway, and their outfits become a newest fashion trend. At the same time, Candace tries to become the newest fashion model. Meanwhile, Dr. Doofusmertz creates clones of himself so they can wait in line for him.
Behold the fashion of the future.
Hey, Candace, what you watching?
From the world's greatest fashion designer.
Why would anyone want to wear such goofy-looking clothes?
It's for entertainment, Phineas. Come on, man.
Fashion designers create art that people live in.
She's got a point, Phineas.
Herb, put the cold... I know what we're gonna do today.
Gaston Lemon.
I know what we're gonna do today.
Alright, Candace, that was too much. Phineas said it? No, she said it. Oh, wow. Man, put your pants on.
Basically, Doofenshmirtz has been acting up just by the thousands. We need you to find out what's going on right away.
Great smoke animation with the flare.
If we're gonna tackle this fashion design thing... I think you're on to...
What you doing?
Ferb for.
Very impressive.
Let's go.
The song is called Forever Summer, who is sung by Danny Jacob and Swampy Moss, the creator of Phineas and Ferb. Another hint towards Isabella's crush on Phineas, and I was also brought up again on At Your Age. I like the mirror reflection of Isabella like she's a teen, and it doesn't represent, it foreshadows the future episode of At Your Age.
Never fall.
This isn't the last time we get to see Ferb naked.
Oh, look! I have captured the rare duck stick!
You can see the shadow in the background behind him doing the evil pose, as he will do the same thing to himself.
Copy and pastinator! They're Rosamond Parks when I could be spreading more copies of myself, and they will do the waiting for.
I wouldn't blame him. Waiting in line is a pain in the ass.
I'm stepping into a giant copy machine. Crazy now!
That's the second time that we're in the mall since Raging Bully.
Casey, can you imagine the glamorous life of a...
You can see the shadow in the light as she posing herself, as the shadow in her head changes as well.
Countless magazine covers. You know, counting my huge stacks of money.
Oh, it's part of a nutritious breakfast.
Exercise on an empty stomach.
But, alas, line!
Sorry, Gaston, but only someone with the...
Pardon, monsieur. I have great news.
Monsieur?
Oh, better yet, I have found...
That's Dee doing the French accent.
Mon Dieu.
Ma coup de crayon.
Your coup de crayon.
That one been brought back in Summer Belongs to You, which is season 2.
I will make history, ah!
See, Doofenshmirtz is such a cool guy. Even though for me he's not a villain, but you know how funny he is.
Alright, let's see now. Oop, needs a little more. Oh, copy jam.
I remember how funny this is. I just can't stop laughing at Doofenshmirtz.
You!
Now, wait.
Mode.
Is it a poster of Jerry Lewis?
I wish.
It's the same guy from the roller coaster episode when Phineas handles his permit to him.
Oh, yes. This design is comfortable, cool, and unmistakable. It's absolutely friends fire.
Of course it had to be them.
All the time collection.
C'est magnifique.
What aim? But you convinced us to give the glamour world a chance.
Those designs are so complex, but as long as it fits, I'm not complaining.
But,
Mammut,
telling Mommy you guys are so busted. I'm okay.
then strut your stuff.
Thank you, Gaston.
There all the time.
These designs really fit. I'm not gonna lie, with the white clothing, you can name it if you have it. Also, they use Phineas and Ferb's clothes for cosplay. If you want to buy it, go try and find it and make sure you get it. This is in London as it's foreshadow for season 1 and season 2 as Phineas and Ferb meet their grandparents. This background's in Paris as we get to see later in Summer Belongs to You.
Forever Summer.
That one is Russia.
Not a bad morning's work.
Nice outfit, Hans.
It's not in the era Wikipedia, but when she said nice outfit, her mouth doesn't open, which is very vague.
Mom hears about this.
They're only the latest hit designs from the... Jeez, where you been?
Phineas and Ferb, the kings of Coach.
They are very popular around the world.
You left yourself.
Stacy! You too? You look just like Ferb!
Her brother influenced a lot of people of design. I wonder how much money they're gonna make.
But the shoes are total knockoffs. I gotta run before they sell out. Gaston stuff is so 42 seconds ago.
And once again, someone said the same thing in Shea Powerpulse when Doofenshmirtz have a girlfriend, and this doesn't get old.
You see, Barry the Plus of me. Hiya, handsome. Right back at you, fella.
Wow, look at all the army. They didn't have to draw it at the same time. They maybe just copy and paste it and hope for the best. Smart thinking from the creators.
For a couple of times, okay? Okie dokie. You had designer glasses for $10
seconds ago.
Hey, let's get back in style.
It became a joke in the series as Doofenshmirtz mistaken as a pharmacist as he is a scientist, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Now I have two. Hey, don't hurt the little bunny rabbit.
I love it. He is such a funny character. I like the design, it makes it goofy.
That's right, trample my rejected friend. Oh no, I pushed the delete all button by mistake.
This is before Doofenshmirtz invented self-destruction, as he has a delete all button. Why did you put delete all button there? What are you doing, Doofenshmirtz? For goodness sake. There's Jeremy's mom.
What is this? Well, that wasn't very bright.
You want to see something crazy?
Ooh, artist convention.
Fifth, are you kidding? No one's claiming this look yet.
Yes, I still like your style.
Thanks. Hi.
As Phineas says hi to Mom, look at Isabella's hairline outside as it's white. It is an error though.
Oh, look, we're all here. Why don't we all get some lunch? I think...
Oh, there you are, Perry.
My dreams are smashed. Coup de crayon.
You do realize that that's French for pencil neck.
Candace got roasted. Runaway is done. Time to do the ratings. Plot 2. It's simple as it keep repeating like the last episode. It is fun to watch comedic moments and fun moments. I like the plot of fashion as it is something new as Doofenshmirtz copy himself instead of tri-state area, which it doesn't feel like, but it is funny to see himself as his inventions as some of them are dumb, which we'll get to that later. I like the fashion plot of Forever Summer, as Phineas and Ferb have designed their clothes for other people to wear, as it does fit in the show. Characterization 4. All the characters in this episode act like themselves. Phineas and Ferb building, Isabella's helping, even she had short scenes, and Doofenshmirtz and Perry interact. One problem is Doofenshmirtz's clothes have to wait in line instead of taking over the tri-state, which is a bit off, but Doofenshmirtz is funny in this episode. Visuals 3. It has improved many areas like the lightning of fashion, shadow and texture, which I could buy. It's the same as before, but it will get better over time. Importance 2. Not as much importance in this episode, except that Isabella made a love heart with clothing, which shows it at your age, and could a crayon is brought up again in Summer Belongs to. You can skip the episode if you want to, but if you remember the reference and it goes into late episode, it means something. Entertainment 5. Again, it's entertainment like the previous episode. Comedy, fashion, music and many more will keep you up. That leaves off with a 16 out of 25. Good start to the ratings in this episode. Let's move on to the next one. The second episode that we're going to review today is The Magnificent Few, released on February the 8th, 2008. Written by the creators and Martin Olsen. In fact, his daughter Olivia Olsen, who voices Vanessa in this episode, and that is her first appearance. A visit to a dude ranch turns into a stable cattle drive throughout town, and the cows become acrobats at the war park. When Doofenshmirtz starts the aluminium siding business by making a termite controlling helmet to control termites. The cows are in the shadow, as you have to wait into it review as the song comes later.
And roping on the trail. On the trail. Nothing on the trail. On the trail.
Phineas is wearing headphones, ordinary headphones, before the Beats like Dr. Dre's or the wireless ones with the iPhone, but you could buy different types of headphones if you want to.
Oh, you two look so cute.
You better not pull any of your weird stunts. Got it?
You have no idea, Candace.
Only checking out when Miss Pants walks in front of me. Yeah, so I was like, hello? And so she was like, oh, no, you didn't. And I was like, oh, yes, I did.
Hey, Isabella, what are you doing here?
You was squeeze and pull and squeeze and pull and squeeze and pull and squeeze and pull and... So, what you doing?
What it makes a fella hanker for the real thing. You know, living out on the open range, riding, roping.
I think Phineas is doing a different accent there.
Heck, we could even afford a
That fish should be a meme.
Hey, where's Perry?
Oh, there you are, P. You have 3 books about insects overdue at the library. I love saying that. You must find out what he's up to and put a stop to it.
I never knew Perry the Platypus has his own gadgets.
Uncanny. And by uncanny, of course, I mean completely canny. Oh, Perry, the introduced to you.
Whatever.
This is Vanessa's first appearance on Phineas and Ferb, as Doofenshmirtz didn't say that is his daughter, which is find it odd, but we'll get to that later. And Vanessa is voiced by Olivia Olsen. As Adventure Time fans, you know her as Marceline, the vampire.
He's no. Anyway, at this very moment, termites. See? They have cute little helmets just like...
How did Doofenshmirtz use helmets to control termites? I have no idea, but we'll find out soon.
So, watch this! Of the wood in the entire tri-state area.
Where's the lumen inside it?
It's flambe! It's made.
My face and...
I find what termites mean in the internet. They are insects that classify top insect insula, and there's different types of termites right there. And if you can check on the internet, there are many. Pause the video, go research, and you see what termites is.
Holy cow! Ah! They're headed straight for town!
This looks random. Why there's no buildings there? What is going on right there?
We need a couple of horses and we could up some cows. Come on, Isabella.
I love this here, the butterflies, and that design looks like from My Little Pony.
I'd like you to stampede! Thuggies! Phineas!
That was the same screen from Fast and the Furious. I think they reused it for Ashley Tisdale, or they recorded it again. Danville population is 241,000. There you go. It's the same lady and the mom from the end credits of The Princess Sensibilities. Once again, we are at the mall, like Raging Bully and the last episode that I reviewed, Runaway, Runaway. The song is called In the Mall, sung by Phineas, Vincent Martel and Isabella, Alison Stoner. The cows are eating different food. As you can see, Mr. Sashi Burger in the top. Yeah! Look how many fucking cows are there.
Got to stop a stampede.
I think I might have just a thing for you. Let me just minding your own business, chewing your cud with the other heifers when it's such. I'm so hungry.
I love that fish. She's like, come on, dude. I need something to stop the cow.
Now, you're sure this will stop stampede? Hey, sure. Today long.
So. This cow whistle doesn't work.
Candace just got scammed. Lol. Turn around quickly now.
Do you see the cows?
That's cute.
Lol, Swampy's Farm Fresh Milk. That's a reference to the creator, Swampy Marsh.
Any last noise?
Perry's happy that he escaped. Look at his face. Oh, I love this platypus. That's the first introduction of self-destruct. Number 1, why did Doofenshmirtz invent a self-destruct in this room? And number 2, why are you telling Perry about this button? Now you caused a lot of trouble.
You put a self-destruct. Oh, out of here. This is the worst bring your daughter to work day ever.
You hear that? You see? Doofenshmirtz's daughter is Vanessa. There you go.
Oh, by the way, I'm taking the last escape pod.
No, what was I thinking? I put the jetpack in there too.
Doofenshmirtz is so silly in this episode and more to come, as the show is suspected as comedy, as it does show it in time, but we will see more of that later.
Yes, I'm.
Even though Perry does beat up Doof all the time, but he realizes he wants to save him, which is fair enough. And he does care about Doofenshmirtz, but there will be in season 3 that Road to Danville that Doofenshmirtz does save Perry as he gets the jetpack, but we'll get to that later.
Well, ain't this living?
Geronimo! That is awesome. Pretty cool from the cows. You're using a bite on the cliff. Not a good move, Candace.
Think that I am defeated, Perry the I survived.
Of course, he puts a reverse switch in his head, like the self-destruct button. You can't even reach the thing in behind your head. I could do that, and I could touch my hair with my hands. Uh-oh. Game over, Doofenshmirtz. You lost.
Well, this has been fun, but we ought to be getting the herd back in.
Of course, I see a front-face Phineas again as I paused it.
Let's have fun.
Yeah!
Sweetie?
I so don't want to talk about it.
I reckon herding cattle ain't for city folk.
Another episode done. Let's do this. The plot, again, 2. It's simple, but again, it's effective, as Phineas, Ferb and Isabella use the cows to help as they have a fun time. Candace busting the brothers is the same, as she fails a lot, but it is good. Doof and Perry have an interaction again, as it is fun, and it's good to see that Vanessa for the first time. Realization 5. Everyone in this episode is in character. Phineas, Ferb, Isabella, Candace, Doof, Perry and Vanessa. They all do their job as they like in the last episodes, which I expect, but it pays off for fun of it. Visuals, another 3. There's good things that are pointed out, like the shadow earlier with the cow, lava bubbles, thermites, and many more to come. It has good elements as it holds up, but some not yet, but it's still good regardless. Importance 3. This episode is good, but no one talks about it as much, as it is skippable if you want to. The reason why you shouldn't Perry saving Doof, as he is the same as many in other episodes, as Doof did Perry a favour in Road to Danville, and the first appearance of Vanessa, as she become a big part of the future episodes, and for Ferb as well. Entertainment, you know what I'm gonna say, 5. Again, it is very good. It has funny scenes, comedic moments, songs and many more. The score is an 18 out of 25, higher than Runaway. Let's move on to the next one. The third episode that we're going to look today is Swinter, one of my favourite episodes, and it's written by Bobby Gala, the creators, and Martin Olson. Phineas and Ferb use a snow cone machine to create Swinter, a unique and logic-defining allogram of winter and summer. Meanwhile, Candace follows Jeremy around, noticing him hanging around, which looks like a girl. Elsewhere, Dr. Doofenshmirtz planned to melt the chocolate in the tri-state area with his metal-enator 65000.
I was thinking of doing today.
It's too hot to think.
A snow cone machine, just like when I was a kid.
Did my research, and yeah, there are snow cones in real life. Cool.
Big show closes in just 12 hours.
Okay, kid. Sister, she's been a bit on edge lately.
Reference to the previous episode.
That's it! I know what we're gonna do today! Psst. Lame.
Sometimes I pause for visuals or look for stuff, and once again I see a front face Phineas.
Hey, where's Perry?
This time we're worried about Doofenshmirtz buying laser point. Order for 18,000 of them?
Nice drawing from Perry of Major Monogram. No colours, just pencil.
Isabella?
What you doing?
We're making Swinter.
It's a unique and logic-defying amalgam of winter and summer.
Some help.
The Fireside Girls are here, but no Addison? Really? As the snow fills up, look at the shadows changing inside of Candace's room. Pretty cool.
This looks great!
As she trying to pull the window, the shadows change, which is pretty good. You could see snowflakes drawn as well. I'm not as traditional.
It's Swinter.
The person who's riding the horse is pretty good. As you can see, the bottom thing as it forms a trail, that is pretty good detail. Fantastic from the animators there, as the snow overlapping it, which I like. He is doing Snow Angel, as you can see the snow start to. As he do it fast, he fell as it created a big hole.
Time cold and sunny, yes that's right.
As Phineas and Ferb play the trumpet, look at the bottom as the ice reflects on Isabella and the Fireside Girls' feet. And there's Addison. She didn't appear earlier, but there she is.
Some people call it warmer.
You wanna go skate?
Oh, I'd love.
See you later then. Dee Dee, wait up!
Who's Dee Dee? A Swedish exchange student? It's driving me crazy. Should try spending an hour with my...
That's the first time Candace and Vanessa interact, as we get to see later on in future episodes as they sing the song called Busted.
Oh, I had no idea this. Great, here we go. Wait. No!
Or Perry the Platypus.
Are you trying to kill Perry? Remember Perry saved you in that building when Vanessa took the pod.
Oh, I told Nancy to keep the back door locked. Ask Perry the Platypus.
You did hear that theme song again in later episode when Doofusmax reveals the other needles. Like, na-na-na-na. I like it.
Recipe for quick hardening chocolate. But everybody loves chocolate. What?
Of course, he put thousands of laser pointers to make it look like chocolate. Wow.
It has a...
As thousands of lasers shoot down the chocolate, look how it dissipates every one of them. Boom, like a red aura, and then it dissipates low down.
My secret ingredients to produce most irresistible confection in the tri-state area.
Do the same thing instead of taking over the tri-state area. Like, you could make money out of it. Come on, Doof.
Come on, you didn't get any of that? You didn't get any of that?
Perry's doing the mannequin challenge as he's not even trying, he just fucking with him. There it is, I found a meme, and look at it. It's turning in a different way as the face in the right way. But I realized this is the meme, which I found is hilarious.
Oh, you got that, right? Okay. Then...
To do it. I'll just... Why is it so dark out here?
Going over it again. Time to get started. Moment. The world's largest chocolate bar is passing in 5, 4, 2.5, 2.25. You got it? You're not going to do anything? You're just going to stand there like that?
Just press the button, goddamn. Just do it now, before he escapes.
I'm giving you a chance to do something here. Rude not to participate. You ate your own hiney?
When I first heard it when I was young, I thought he said, you ate your own. I realized he ate his own hiney. What the F?
Wish you'd let me buy the large one.
Thing we also bought those 4 spare tires, huh?
That also buys some time for Doofus to fire at Phineas and Ferb's backyard, as they eventually will always disappear, and they're never gonna see it. Poor Candace.
Thanks, Buford.
You should have had skaters on. Oh yeah, this is reference to the Magnificent Fruit as Candace loses her bike as she fell down as she got hurt at the end.
Excuse me, Bob. Pardon me, Bob. One side, Bob. Pardon me, Bob. Whoops, daisy. There we go.
You can see the city in the bottom below as Candace is in the behind the board.
Yes. You a cloud angel. Come freestyling.
Nice one.
As the people are clapping, there's Jeremy, Baljeet, Buford, Pedro, and Stacy. Pretty freaking sweet.
You're quite the Swinter athlete.
Oh. But you can call me Dee Dee. Nice to meet you.
Dee Dee is voiced by Dean Bradley Baker. As I realized, this is the second time he voiced an exchange student, and one episode in Danny Phantom as he played another exchange student, but it turned out to be Elliot as he's faking it to love and romantic with Sam Manson.
Mom and Dad, back already? Stay ever!
And luckily I had an extra can of sticky string to subdue you.
Shame we couldn't see the long fight because it was cut for pacing reasons, I think. They could have done it in the 22-minute episode, but whatever.
Minute, because it takes a lot of power.
Hey, everybody! My mom's got hot chocolate!
Just a second, Candace.
Hurry, come on!
If their tires didn't get blown off by Doofusmax, they could have seen it earlier before it was gone.
Dad, hurry up! It's a mix of winter and summer. They call it winter.
I think everyone wouldn't it?
You know what, Ferb? Today. Oh, there you are, Perry.
Ski and snowball fight time, and also I'm talking about winter. It's a swinter, Ted. I'm talking about winter.
Great way to end this episode. I love this episode. It's just as good as I remember. Let's start with the ratings. Plot 3. It does well with the plot A and plot B. Phineas and Ferb creating Twitter shows how good they could be with their friends as well. Candace busting her brothers, even issues involved with Phineas and Ferb with the boarding, which is crazy. Doof and Perry interactions very good and funny as well. Really shows how consistent the plot is from the previous episode. Characterization 5. Everyone is on point in this episode as Phineas and Ferb have fun, Doof being funny, and even if he's evil, Perry as he shows fighting Doof as he is frozen, and Candace and Jerry have their moment with an exchange student. Everyone's on point in this episode. Visuals, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's a big step up and it shows with the ice reflecting, snowflakes appearing, laser pointers and chocolate melting on this episode. Really shows how much effort they've done. Importance 3. Unimportant is less than is expected, as many parts of the episode are important, like Sephora, they did it again in Minor Monogram, and Stacy did the same thing in Dad Playing Duck when he tells her about Nicolette. Entertainment 5. I don't need to say anything. They are killing it with the entertainment, even I'm being unbiased, but it's still amazing. That leaves off with a 20 out of 25. The visuals stepped up as it shows in this episode with the songs and entertainment. The same score as Roller Coaster. Let's move on to the next one. The 4th episode that we're going to look today is The Soil. It's written by Bobby Gala and Martin Olson. And fun fact, the person who storyboarded this episode is J.K. Quintel, who did regular show on Cartoon Network and also Close Enough. The boys create a circus for the neighborhood after their original circus plans are cancelled, while Jeremy gives Candace wild parsnip, which she is allergic to. This creates a device to make people's voice higher so his old voice will seem lower, but instead it gets higher.
Circus become famous Cirque de Lune.
Of course, I paused it and I see Phineas's front face again.
We're going to the circus, we're going to the circus.
Well,
yeah, you can see it. J.K. Quintel, who did Close Enough and regular show, he did the storyboard in this episode. Here you go.
it's performance.
Well, that's a bummer.
Wait for not wanting to appear in public. She gets blotchy, red, weird voice thingy.
This foreshadowed about what's gonna happen in this episode, as Phineas predicts it.
I'm sure you'll have a fun day anyway.
So cool to be in the circus.
Richard, I don't have my Lego in my head. Ow. I'll work on it.
This is the first time we get to hear Django speak, as he does in later episodes, in the art episode.
Amazing Perry.
That picture looks like a meme worthy. That face looks hilarious.
Act I would like to perform. It's stupefying.
Everyone still does that no fun trick. I do the same as well, and it's pretty fun.
Jeremy.
Good morning, gorgeous.
This part is weird. What are you doing, Candace?
A break for one day.
Have you seen Perry? I put on his costume.
I feel for him. He looks depressed. Oh my goodness. But it is what it is, Perry. Come on. You gotta help your brothers.
We don't know why.
Honestly, I found it funny as well.
No, what's your email? I'm gonna send it to you.
Email? Oh yeah, I know. Twitter did exist in 2006 all the way now, but Twitter wasn't popular at that time, so I can excuse that.
Fly into mud with a paper bag on me. I love.
Candace, honey, listen. I can't talk.
Oh. Bring over these homegrown veggies for your family.
It's wild parsnips. Candace is allergic to wild parsnips. Come on, Jeremy. As Jeremy is glowing with his hair as he closes his eyes, look how he swings when he turns around as his hair movement. It's not as quite as Scooby-Doo the vampire when Fred's hair moves like that, but it's pretty good, not gonna lie. very well done.
I think that's all that's in there.
Wife, pal, you got a problem with that?
Dancing with your wife, pal. You got a problem with that?
He's just like me. I used to do impression when I saw on TV and I copied them. I do the same thing as well. And Doofus was doing it as well. So, fair play.
Could you just do that for me?
Just like Swinton, Doofus tried to trap Perry and he failed as he used the other doors.
But not tough enough. You see, the Voicinator Helium, which will make everyone. Oh, come on!
He said the same thing in the last episode of season 1, which we'll get to that. But there are a ton episode we need to get through first.
Allergy pills. Aha! Quick, before my.
Oh.
Hey, Jeremy. Want to sit together at the show?
No.
The blonde girl is Mindy. And I checked on Wikipedia and she is voiced by Ashley Tisdale, who also voices Candace. That's the same theme that was used in the Hawaii episode, which is season 2.
We're moments away from Ferb and the amazing Perry.
This is so funny. He's like, oh, fuck. I have to do this.
Ferb, you guys are up next. Where's Perry? Oh, there you are.
And feel the rhythm.
As Bouchy is doing his thumb trick, look at the light panels. As the light continues, the smoke pops up as it clears up. That is awesome. And there's Jeremy, Mindy, Pedro with the blue shirt, and the mom, the green shirt with the mom from the end credits from the princesses. Pretty freaking sweet.
Sounded when the amazing Sammy the shallow pond.
As Perry about to throw Perry, look how the smoke clears in as it goes together. Another cool example in this episode, but it's still brilliant.
Semi-aquatic Perry.
As I zoom in, you can see Candace running in the mall inside. Just like Fast and Phineas and Rangy Bullying, Linda's hanging out with Jeremy's mom and Isabella's mom. Pretty good detail.
Those boys are always up to something, and it's boys are evil. But before
the song is called Evil Boys, written by the creators Bobby Gala, the voice of Buford, and Martin Olsen. And also the fact the singer is Dan Povermeyer, ironically.
Testify, Candice, testify.
E-I-L-B-O-Y-S. They built a roller coaster, a beach in the backyard, drove cattle through the city and messed up the boulevard. They took me back in time. We went to that museum, 50-foot treehouse robots.
This episode has good continuity. Roller coaster, a beach in Miramar, the cow through the city, and also the fact that It's About Time, the Travel episode, and the Treehouse Robot episode. That was released. This episode released before this episode comes, so it was airing order first.
Those boys are evil.
Lawrence is playing the flute. I have no idea.
Those boys are yes. But Mom, I'm here to tell the B.O.Y.
Dan Povermeyer is killing it right now.
My head's in a hydraulic press. Everybody, E-B-I-L, B-O-Y-L, E-B-I-L, B-O-Y, little boy. Home with me.
Are you kidding, hon? Let's do another.
Very the black. Wait, go this way. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, I told you. Stop it.
This reminds me of young kids trying to do the same to you. Come on.
Some all set. Be sure to introduce about your act and have some suggestions.
Of course, it had to be maths written all over it. Good thinking.
The mud.
He said the similar thing when he said he wants the bug in Summer Belongs to You.
Journey. He's a your seat.
You know that's your sister, right?
Buford's moment to shine.
As Buford got in, look out the mud when he's waving. Pretty nice detail as well. Fantastic so far. Of course, they reuse it for the off the Baljeet uses his thumb to cure it. Pretty nice reuse.
And perhaps Buford truly is amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our entire cast in our grand finale, featuring the amazing Perry.
Phineas's voice has gone high, but all due, I know they use filter. As the circus is getting destroyed, look at the things everywhere as the Anita crumbles, everything. Well done detail from the creators.
Oh, thanks, Phineas.
I thought
That
your
was
circle
awesome.
rocked,
You're the
Phineas.
coolest. Hi, guys. Sure looks like you had fun.
Oh, well, at least I'm back to normal.
Awesome. How'd you get your voice to sound?
Wild parsnips.
Another episode done. Now for the ratings. Plot 2. This episode did a good job of keeping the plots and the harmony with Duffer's County with Perry and Phineas and Ferb doing talents in the circus at the backyard, as Candace didn't attempt to bust brothers after the song, which is disappointing, but it's still done well regardless. Characterization 3. Many characters have been in the right personality, like Phineas Ferb and his friends having fun as Perry the Platypus does his job when he goes to the circus, and Doof is very hard but does it well. The reason why I give it a 3 is because Candace did as much to bust her brothers after she sang the song, and she focused on Jeremy, which is fair enough. Doof taking over the tri-state area, instead by using pitch voices, which is not what I think, but it is funny when he does it. Visuals 3. It has good details like the shadow, smoke in the circus and many more, but not quite as Swinter. Importance 2. In the future episode, Phineas and his friend don't bring as much in this episode in the future episodes, which can be skippable. But one thing is unskippable is the continuity what Phineas and Ferb as Candace sings a song about, as to show evidence as she still fails. Entertainment 5. No need to say anything more. It's just that they're killing it right now. That leaves off with a 15 out of 25. Big drop off, but it's not that bad. Let's move on to the next one. The 5th episode that I'm going to review is Are You My Mummy? In February the 15th, 2008. Written by the creators Bobby Gala and Martin Olson. Again, while watching a mummy movie with their dad Lawrence, Phineas and Ferb decide to go on a search of a real mummy, only to find a familiar mummy. Meanwhile, Dr. Duffer attempts to create some beachfront property.
Used to be a whole Ferris tomb display with a mummy in a sarcophagus. Movie.
I wonder what that poster can be.
There's an inscription here, an incantation of some sort.
Yep, that's Swampy Marsh doing that voice.
Uwa Tagu Siam.
Deep in the bowels of the pyramids.
Oops.
Don't talk loudly in the cinema and use your phone high because you can get in trouble.
They come to life and obey your command. What? Oh, hey, stop! You ridiculous mummy! You've just...
I realized the guy who was just replaced by the mummy died, I presume. That's gotta be pretty hardcore.
Let me tell
Phineas does come back in this place in real life with Isabella in her birthday in the end.
isn't covered in moldy debris. If a bully ever tries composing guy in
If
your
I have a mummy that obeys my command and does very well, that would be a success.
an MC, undead mommy and me.
Doing anything on my watch. Hey, Ferb, where's Perry?
This is at it again. It appears that one magnet, one map of the city's drainage pipes, and 2 tons of scrap metal. It's in your hands now, Agent P.
Yeah, it's not as deep as you think, Perry.
Yes.
These boys want to know where the mummy exhibit is.
It's in...
The person who came in appears again in the parade episode as he told Candace, curse you.
Quested.
Yes.
Look, pith helmets.
We must be going the right way.
This episode is gonna give me Indiana Jones vibe as soon as you get to it.
Say something pithy.
That's it. I'm calling Dad.
Even if you call Dad, it wouldn't be a difference. But if it was Mom, it would make a difference. Candace.
It's the mummy.
Oh God, here it comes.
What are you doing? Whoa!
Ferb may be silent, but he is very smart. Give credit for him. He is very, very good. As Phineas and Ferb handle Hat, it disappears as they smash into a wall. Big error there.
Hey, Ferb, this was our first booby trap.
Yep, you did this on yourself, Candace. And she tries to do what Ferb did. Instantly fail.
Oh, give me a break!
I really like the soundtrack in this episode, not gonna lie. Hear the Gucci Gucci Goose song again, and this episode came out before that episode, so I don't know. This scene reminds me of a video game, as you can remember.
Bubblegum? Oh, really?
As the bubble bowls, Perry using a submarine as the water goes back in there. That is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, cool detail.
Well, of course, I mean, completely incredible! This out of something that cannot be penetrated. You see, Perry the Platypus, I'm going to unleash the water, become beachfront flop!
Beachfront looks good, but not quite as the guy from anime, Reed Destro. If you don't know Reed Destro, he looks like Doofusmerts, and you see him from the internet, and he's a meme.
Ray, which attracts wood like a magnet.
You know what? This is funny. Silly Phineas. That was just only in the movie, but that was for acting, so in real life it doesn't work. Sorry, Phineas.
Here, but fakey promotional lobby jump, Mummy. Yeah, I'll be right with you.
Once again, when I pause it, I see a front face Phineas, and by accident, you know what I mean. It reminds me of Scooby-Doo when Shaggy and Scooby run away from the monsters. I keep pausing and seeing this, for fuck's sake. The score is so good in this show, I'm not gonna lie. Do I need to say anything at that point? I see a Space Adventure 6 as it appears in Season 2 in when Phineas goes to watch a movie in Not Phineas and Ferb, and the other episode when the Speckies and something.
Hey, Ferb. We got our own mummy!
This is nice. Look at the squirrel helping him. Respect.
Perry the Platypus, you defeated my bubble of pure evil?
I like this gun. It looks like a satellite from the front as it has so much detail with the discs in the side. And also, this is the meme from Behold, shut the fuck up on the door. Remember that meme? That is my favourite meme, hands down. While covering this green ore, look at the water splashing down. That is pretty cool, and it goes away. Nice.
My nose really that pointy?
You know, there you are, Perry.
That is a pretty cool picture.
Hey, Candace, you missed all the fun. Hey.
Well, Mummy has supper waiting for us at home. Candace, why are you all wet?
You know, Mummy's had their brains pulled out of their nose.
The lucky ones.
Well, ratings. Plot 2. Like the previous episode, it's simple and complex. But again, after watching the previous episode, you will understand a lot about Phineas and Ferb going on adventures and building stuff. Candace busting her brothers and Perry Doofus Soga. It is written so well, but there's more to it. Characterization 4. Everyone in this episode had the same personality as which is great as it shows they are. Doofus turning about his plans, turning into a beach point. which is okay, but not as much as Perry stops him anyway. Visuals 3. It has good details like the war animation, giant ball gum rolling, as well as the nature of the aura, as it holds up very well in this episode. Importance 2. It is very skillful. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but there are references like Gitchy Gitchy Goo and the poster of speeches, which plays a huge part in Nerds of a Feather. Entertainment 5. If you watch the whole video, you understand. That leaves off with a 16 out of 25. Better than the last episode, but still can't beat Swinter. Let's move on to the next one. The last episode that we're going to review is Ready for the Bettys, written by Bobby Gala and Mark Lawson, and this episode released on February the 16th, 2008. Candace and Stacy get to travel with their favourite band, only to find out they are real snobs. Meanwhile, Phineas and Ferb become secret agents for a day after finding out one of Perry's secret lair entrance. Now Perry has to protect the boys without being noticed by them while trying to stop Doofenshmirtz.
Favorite girl rockers, the...
She has a better poster and a radio, but after that she threw it away because she lost interest after this episode.
Betty's. All you have to do is be the 440 band on the Betty bus.
Switch rest on my Betty bedside table next to my Betty bed, rose on Betty battery!
You're the winning caller.
It reminds me when Ben and Gwen want the extra ticket from Cooper and they fail, and that ruined Ben 10 plotline in the negative. But this one is just get it straight away.
Imagine a whole day of hanging with bonus, a whole day of not thinking about my goofy brother.
There's the Betty bus with the logo on it as it is purple. The mirrors are shaded and it's next to Linda's house. It is also detailed.
Bye! Enjoy your music concert!
Be careful! Hello, girls. My name is Dennis.
Dennis is voiced by Corey Barton, who you know does Brainiac in the DCAU, and he does the farmer in Phineas and Ferb. He also does Malware in Ben 10 Omniverse.
That is Sir Baker.
It may sound like a pin noise, but it is D. Bradley Baker, who also does Perry in the show.
Rage overwhelmingly find that cool.
Whoa!
Look how messed up this room is. It has holes, the shirt is on the floor, the TV's not on, and they like it. Wow.
This place is a total pigsty.
We love it!
They're creating
between... Yeah, we won a contest!
We'll just keep it down. We're trying to write a...
This person is voiced by Lucy Davis, who you know with Shaun of the Dead with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, who was also going to voice on the show later.
The Betty bass guitar! I know.
Music making process and help us write a song.
Oh my gosh!
Song in this filth, so you girls can start by cleaning up the bus.
You made this mess first. This was your own mistake. Candace and Stacey does not deserve that. Not exact, but they do go in the moon in season 3.
Escalator to the moon. 2.
It's foreshadowing about what's gonna happen now. I don't know if it happens in the show.
Clone giant hamsters. I wonder where he goes when we can't find
They
him.
have no idea what they
What's
unlocked.
Quarters with a particle disruptor. Oh, a hovercraft. Looks like we're gonna be.
Perry the Platypus has his own tub with the water. As you can see, there's a drink in there.
Trying to build all this, Ferb.
Actually,
Board
Turn
from which I have
around,
yet to look
Major
up.
Agent P,
Monica.
Ferb.
Actually...
Ah, yes, here it is. Some sort of destructo ray. End of the... Googly moogly.
Oh boy, they're Agent P's owner.
We finally get to see Carl, the intern, an unpaid intern, and he's voiced by Taylor Mann.
Sweet. We got our mission, Agent F.
They got their own theme song. Wow.
So, stop Doofenshmirtz and protect those boys.
Laser beam, magnet ray, cup holder, and Ferb.
Actually...
Hold that thought.
Great! You can start with this bag.
Beloved Betty, you're the biggest, baddest, maddest banging bunch of babies or Boston or Burbank I barely battled since I began vlogging about your banging beats. Your biggest Betty fan from Candace. That is
Letter.
disrespectful.
They didn't even read it.
Bet
Yeah,
you
but
should
don't
be
forget,
ashamed
we
of
are on the
yourself.
bus. Haven't even thought about my brothers the whole day.
Guys are starting to get to you.
That must be.
Protect the boys.
Perry is so brutal in this episode. I don't blame him because he wants to protect his owners. I went back and these are two completely different shots, including the cow and the mouth. Well done to the animator and the creators there.
You think that the
And
baddies
it's
have
finally
just been taking
started to
advantage of us
realise
this
that
whole
the baddies are
time? What are
using
you talking
them.
about?
It goes so far, but you can see Amazing Folding Mattress Company from Flop Stars. Great continuity again.
Tennis ball server!
I don't know if it's called a tennis ball-nator, but for me it counts.
Destructinator countdown.
That's D. Bradley Baker who's doing that computer voice. Harry's like, don't let the seers go inside, you fool.
What's going on, Perry the Platypus?
To scrub the toilets.
Alright, the Bettys went too far on this one. Stop it.
What? Yay! Toilet! Yay! A Betty Bull brush! Fans? It should be your fans that inspire your to make music. If you can't see that by now, then you just draw me off the next Betty bus stop.
They're gonna finally start to see the Ariel's ways and be friends with Candace later.
Guys, she's right. You so bad.
Finally, they started to see it.
Your Betty Bongo.
Lucy Davis isn't the singer when she's singing it. It's Olivia Olson.
Bass guitar, and with the Betty.
We've just helped the Bettys write us. Wait a second.
Autopilot.
Wow. Cool.
Nice.
Do you make all this?
Look, for the last time, I didn't.
The Betty break broke!
You two, that wasn't your fault, but you could have stopped it. It was Perry who shot it, and now he's trying to kill his own owner, Candace. I know it's stupid, but Perry deflected it with a tennis ball.
I get it. We have to save Candace.
Say, what's all the fussing about?
Curse you, Betty the... Curse you, Betty the... Ups. You...
It's not good enough. Perry has to save the day.
Whatever you're doing is working. Go, Candace!
House and clean up my room.
With us
They
on
are
stage.
finally coming around.
Secret spy adventure. And some sort of
Honestly, I
tractor
don't
beam.
blame Perry for doing that. This is the first time you get to see Isabella back as the pool reflects on the thing, and there's something very good detailed again.
Seriously, Phineas, what are you doing?
That, my friend, is classified information.
That's Vincent Martell doing the James Bond impression.
Oh, guess what Ferb did? He made a secret in a hover jet shaped like Perry. Ferb?
Actually,
Wait a second. What?
I give up.
This episode first speaks a lot in this episode. He mostly said actually I until we get to Someone Belongs to You and the Second Dimension, which is a movie, by the way.
Believe. Oh, hi, Perry. I wonder how Candace is doing.
Fan, but she also saved all of our lives. Hey! Bongos and bring your happy.
I like the background as it looks like cracks as it has lines on all over the place. Once again, the lines are now pink or purple. I don't know what you call it.
Sitting and crash, there's a Betty. Ready for the Bettys, get ready for the Bettys. Ready for the Bettys. It's the best Betty, so ready for you.
Your brothers are doing right now. Who cares?
And they don't care. Nice to hear Candace having fun for a while. The episode is done now for the rate. Plot 3. It has good elements as it does very well for plot A and plot B, sometimes plot C. These plots link up so well there is a harmony, like Phineas the Ferb have to save Candace from a box and Perry has to stop Doofenshmirtz. I like how the Bay portrayed despite being jerks towards Candace and Steve, as it showed the error of their ways and realizing what they did wrong, which is great for a show, as Candace and Stacey have a great time in the end. Characterization for everyone's personality is on point. Phineas and Ferb going on adventure, Perry's doing his job as usual, and the first appearance of Carl, until we get to see more in the future episode. Doof didn't have much as Perry wants to protect his brothers, as he didn't get the chance to trap him and reveal his, which is a bit off, but only for this episode until later. Visuals for There is good visuals like mountains, the trees coloured in, the Betty logo and the background for the song, which is pretty nice. Importance 3. The only thing I is a 3 is because Betty's don't return and Candace losing her interest. There is a few things to point out. Carl's first appearance as he is an intern, amazing folding mattress company from Gitchy Goo, and Phineas and Ferb using his gadget is a hint towards the secret of the second dimension. Entertainment 5. There are a lot of great things happening in this episode. If you want for the thrills, then this is the episode you like. That leaves off with a 19 out of 25. It's very good, closer to the roller coaster rating, as it does very well. And then I love this episode, not gonna lie. Let's move on to our final thoughts. Well, there is a lot to cover for. Vanessa's first appearance, more Phineas and Ferb adventures, Candace going crazy as usual, Carl's first appearance as an int, and more Perry and Doof interaction. And I'm really starting to get into this show a lot more. Many of the episode has good continuity as it links up to future episodes towards the movie The Second Dimension, and it does very well as it holds up with the ideas that they put in with the creators, put in a lot of stuff, and they work so hard to make sure that everything is in place to make a great show like Phineas and Ferb. I really remember the show has the same plot over and over again, but it works like a sore thumb. Like when Perry fights Doof, Phineas creates inventions, Phineas' inventions disappear, Candace trying to bust her brothers, Isabella and friends join in. There are so a lot more to tell as we get along with the next breakdown, hope. Out of the 6 episodes I reviewed, which one is your favourite? Let me know in the comments down below. But until then, see ya.